Greetings, everyone. I'm here in the sanctuary. I'm actually sitting in our playground for this part of Children's Chapel this Sunday. And as you can see, I've entered into our space, so now it's time for me to light the candle. Here I go. Are you guys ready to sing our song? Let's sing. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Don't let Satan blow it out, I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let Satan blow it out, I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let Satan blow it out, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Amen. We let our light shine. And if you can see behind me, you can actually see how the sun is shining through here in our sanctuary. And it's making it really bright sometimes, isn't it? Before I tell you some special news about Children's Chapel, let's do our prayer for illumination. Let's see if I have it here. Oh, here it is. Dear Lord, give us eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to understand your word. Amen. One of the reasons I'm here in the sanctuary filming for Children's Chapel is that today is a special Children's Chapel. In fact, for the whole month of May, it's going to be a special set of videos from Pastor Katy. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about what it means to follow that commandment that Jesus gives us, to love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, and mind, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And so throughout the month of May, during Children's Chapel, we'll sing our song, we'll say our prayer, we'll hear our story, and then we might have a special guest join us on video with maybe an activity or something we can do at home that speaks to what it means to love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, and mind, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. So I'm so excited to see what these videos will look like and where they might take us, and I hope and I pray that you will journey along with us. Hello! Our book today is called Peanut Goes for the Gold by Jonathan Van Ness. Peanut goes for the gold. Peanut has their own way of doing things. Peanut loves doing cartwheels while on the basketball court and having banana pancakes on their birthday instead of cake and cutting their own hair as they hula hoop. There he is dancing on. Sometimes people think Peanut's weird, but more often, friends wind up joining in the fun. Here he is laying in the grass, and all his friends joined him. How fun! When Peanut decides to do something, there's just no stopping them. I'm going to be a rhythmic gymnast. They're shaking the salt. And here is what my routine's going to look like. They start here and do a twist. Dad, I need you to help with my outfit. Mom, I need you to help with my choreography. And Sammy, man, can you pick out some music for me? Make it funky. I think Sammy is their brother. Peanut practiced their routine night and day. They're dancing all through the house. Peanut practiced at home. They practiced at school. They practiced on the bus from home to school. Wow. And when the day for the big competition came, Peanut was sure the routine was perfect. I wonder if they were nervous to perform it that day. The music was all queued up, and Peanut danced and spun and tumbled and dove. They're there in the spotlight. Here's all the movements. They swung the hoop and tossed the ball and juggled the batons and twirled the ribbon. Peanut's performance was flawless. Almost. I wonder what's going to happen. Peanut only forgot one thing: to tie their shoes. Oh no, they look like they're tumbling, and not in a good way. But instead of ruining the act, Peanut turned that stumble into a triple axel tumble. Way to go, Peanut. And they totally stuck the landing. Peanut knew it was the perfect routine, and the judges couldn't help but agree. This is my favorite part. Do you see all their friends cheering them on? This says, "Go, Peanut!" Yep, Peanut just has their own way of doing things, even if they're still learning how to tie their shoes. And look at, just like they were encouraging them on the routine, they're encouraging them to tie their shoes. This month we're talking about living out Jesus' commandment to love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, and mind, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And what I love about this story about Peanut, the guinea pig, is that Peanut is living into who God created them to be. And his friends and his family love Peanut for all the things he does. Maybe his mom got a little frustrated when they were cutting their hair, but they embrace who Peanut is, and they support him and love him, and that's what we're called to do as a community, to cheer each other on. And so as we think about what it means to be a child of God and to live out this commandment from God that we hear from Jesus, I hope we will continue to encourage. I'm going to show you now one thing you can do to encourage someone, especially in thinking about Mother's Day and living out the law Jesus teaches us. Hey everyone! You might have heard me mention earlier that during the month of May, we're going to be thinking about what it means to live out that commandment from Jesus, to love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, and mind, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. So the new thing we're doing during Children's Chapel in the month of May is thinking of a way that you can share God's love and live out that commandment. So today is May 3rd, and next Sunday is a special Sunday. It's May 10th, and it's Mother's Day. So I'm going to show you an easy way that you might be able to make something like a card for your mom or your grandmother or someone really special in your life who you want to honor on this Mother's Day. So I'm in my office. It's kind of messy, but I've got lots of supplies here. And so I'm using a glue stick. I have some scissors that I'm allowed to use. And I had all this craft paper hanging out in here. So I have this really heavy thing of craft paper here. And I have stickers. They're here. Oh, here they are. Aren't they cute? Look at, there's a guinea pig like in our story. So I started, my mom's favorite color is green. So I started by just taking a green piece of paper and folding it. And what I'm going to do now is last year I got to go on a special trip with my mom. There we are. That's my mom. Oh, that's my mom, Janet. And this is us trying on a special kind of hat called a beret. She loves to wear berets. And so I'm going to glue that on my card. And then I also had some scraps of paper that were really colorful, so I cut hearts out. And if you need some help, you might be able to ask another adult or if you have a sibling to help you with this card. So I'm going to glue these on here. I'm not really sure how I'm going to glue them on. Let's see. I'll glue the photo first, right? So I'm using my glue stick. I'm gluing on the picture, moment of truth. Here it is. Oh, that looks good. And now I'm going to put my hearts on. Okay. I'm going to put one here. I don't know where to put that one. I got to think about it. Sometimes it's hard to do a card when you really want it to be really perfect for someone really special, but I know my mom will love this card no matter how I end up doing it. So let's see. I'm going to do this. That looks good, right? And then I kind of already did this. And maybe on the front, I'm gonna write to mom. That's what I'm gonna do. To mom. Let's see. Mom is spelled M-O-M. And maybe you call your mom something else. Maybe you call her mama or mother, but we call ours mom. And then on the inside, I kind of already wrote a message, but I did this little heart, and if you can look really closely, there's a picture of a map on there. And what I said is, wherever I go, I love that you are always with me in my heart. Happy Mother's Day. My mom doesn't live in New Braunfels. She lives in Dallas. And so on this map, I kind of drew like a little path where you can find us and reminded her that I'm grateful that she's in my heart. And then I ran out of room, so I wrote, I love you, and she calls me Kat. So I put that in there. So my next step is I'm going to mail this to her because she doesn't live here. And hopefully it'll get to her on Mother's Day and she'll be able to see in a little card how much I love her and care for her. And that's one way that we can live out Jesus's commandment to love our neighbor as ourselves. Because sometimes we forget, but our neighbor includes our family, right? Our moms and our dads and our uncles and our aunts, our brothers and sisters. And so I hope you have some fun thinking of a cool card to make for that special someone in your life, whether it's for Mother's Day and your mom, it could be for an aunt or a grandma, or it could be a neighbor on your street who maybe kind of plays the role of grandma for you. Whoever you make a card for, I know it will be wonderful and I know it will bring a smile to their face. Well, friends, what an exciting chapel today as we incorporate something new, an activity that helps us live out this law from Jesus. I'm going to say it one more time. Do you want to say it with me? We're to love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, and mind, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. So I pray as you go this day that you will remember that. Dear God, we love you. We thank you that you love us, and we can love you and share your good news with the world. And all God's children say, Amen. Go in peace.